Resistance bands. You push on them and they go back to the way they were. Really good for exercise, but not so good when it comes to your staff and new initiatives. What do I mean? Sometimes when you have a great new initiative and your nonprofit is going someplace fabulous, perhaps from your strategic plan, you're ready to get going and the staff is like, no, we don't want to do that. And so the more you encourage them, they push back and you end up exactly where you started, just like this resistance band. Now, over time, you can overcome resistance because these bands will eventually rot. But I'm going to show you the better way to overcome resistance. Hi, I'm Karen Eber-Davis. Imagine this a month from now and you have a new initiative you've been working on. Your board's excited, you're excited, and now your staff's excited. You go into the office on a Monday morning and there's people kind of waiting in line to come and talk to you and tell you about what's happening and how the initiative is moving forward. They're excited, they're bought in. How can you get there? When it comes to new initiatives, your staff has some need, and the first thing they need is your commitment, that it's not a fad and that by pushing back, this will not go away. Now, in your culture, if it's been traditional that when pushback from staff happens, activities and initiatives go away, you're going to have a lot of resistance built up. You're going to find that you have a lot of pushback, even for the best ideas. It's a habit. Staff has learned that if we hold back and we resist and we fight, that over time, this will change. However, if instead you take the attitude that this is not going to change, it's a given, the sun will rise tomorrow, we will do this initiative tomorrow, and you don't give up on it, you will begin to change that pattern. So the first piece of what your staff needs to give up pushback and to join in is to know your commitment and to know that's not going to change. Why should staff get engaged in this initiative? Now, you've already decided this is great for the organization. Perhaps without the initiative, you might go out of business. So you might know that this is not even optional, but staff doesn't see that yet. Today is good. Tomorrow, when we go out of business, it's a long way off, and who knows if I'll be here then, is what staff might think. So what you want to do is to figure out as you're planning your initiative, and maybe stop now and say, why is it in the best interest of staff to do this? Now, what are the rewards? How will this work? And at the same point of looking for those reasons why is it really good for them? Why are they saying that not doing this is better? And can you remove any of the things that provide a reward for resistance? So how are they getting rewarded for resistance? That you want to get out of the picture entirely. Your next step is where the payoff really comes in, where you're going to really see some change taking place, and that is to reward small movements. When I was a camp counselor years ago, we used to go to the lake, and sometimes we would have an hour, hour and a half of program time planning for the kids to swim. On a sunny, bright day in New Hampshire, this was a great thing. But on a cloudy, drizzly day, there was more pushback from the kids. But what we would do is we would look for someone who was putting their toes in the water, and we'd call them out and say, look, Joe's in the water. He's going to be the first one in the buoy. All you guys aren't going to make it, and he is. And all of a sudden, all 20 campers would be in the water, splashing and having a great time, warmed up as they played, and the rain didn't bother them or the drizzle. So likewise, as your staff makes movements towards what you want, you're going to shout them out and make sure they get the rewards. What happens in this system is you've identified the rewards, they will start to find their own rewards in moving into your initiative because you have built the initiative that way. So I'm Karen Eber-Davis, and that's how you can overcome resistance very quickly.